Welcome, everyone. Thank you for attending. Please rise as we say the pledge and remain standing for the prayer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. I'm going to invite Pastor Justin Collins and his wife Jessica Collins to say our prayer this evening.
Father, I just say thank you. Thank you for this amazing city that we live in. Thank you for the many benefits that we receive from it daily, many that we don't even realize. And I pray that we would not lose sight of that. And I pray over this amazing group of men and women that are stewarding this city for us, that your wisdom would flow through them, that things would even surprise them in moments from you as they make decisions, as they move us forward, that this city will continue to change, to become the place that people want it to be, and to become even greater than what we can fathom to be. But I pray your health, your blessing upon the leaders of this city, and your favor to make the decisions, and favor with other cities, favor with other officials, to see North Tonawanda receive the most that it could possibly receive. Bless these men, bless these women, and bless this city in your name. Thank you.
I'd like to call this meeting to order Tuesday, May 21st, 2019 at 6:34 p.m. Can I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Braun.
Here.
Alderman Berube.
Here.
Alderman Pecoraro.
Here.
Alderman Tylek.
Here.
President Zilka.
Here.
Also present, Mayor Arthur Pappas, City Attorney Luke Brown.
As we move forward here, Mayor, do you have any opening comments tonight for tonight's meeting?
Nothing at this time, Mr. President.
All right. Seeing that he doesn't have any comments, if anybody would be willing to come up to speak on any city business, well, actually on the city business on the agenda tonight, we'll start with that. Anybody that wants to speak on the agenda items, please step forward and state your name and address for the record at the podium. Anybody want to speak on tonight's agenda? All right, seeing that there's none, we'll move on and roll the agenda.
On to approval of the minutes of the regular session, May 7, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Proof of publication published 5/1/2019. Legal notice, the City of North Tonawonda's 2019 tentative assessment roll from the City Assessor.
Make a motion? I'll second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried.
Communications from city officials from the Office of the Accountant regarding payment of abstract of claims dated May 21st, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second that, we pay the abstracts. Can I have roll call, please?
Alderman Braun.
Aye.
Alderman Berube.
Aye.
Alderman Pecoraro.
Aye.
Alderman Tylek.
Aye.
President Zilka.
Aye, motion carries.
Monthly reports from the clerk treasurer. That's all we have.
I'll make the motion to accept them and receive and file.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried.
from Community Development regarding permission to hold a public hearing June 18th, 2019 in City Hall for the Community Development Block Grant Program.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second.
Motion made by Don Braun, seconded by Alderman Berube.
There will be a motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried.
On to communications from others. First, we have from the Boys and Girls Club regarding approval of their annual Canal Fest 4-miler, Thursday, July 18th, 2019.
I'll make the motion that we approve all the requirements for that Canal Fest.
I'll second it. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried.
From St. Mark's Episcopal Church regarding permission to host their St. Mark's Get Set and Go 5K race on Saturday, October 12th, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried.
From the Downtown Merchants of North Tonawanda regarding approval of the Thursdays on Webster Artisan Truck Sale, I think it's supposed to be trunk sale, Thursday nights in August.
I will make that motion, and I'd like to thank Susan for coming up with unique ideas.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is carried.
From the Carousel Society regarding permission to have a children's 4th of July parade on Thompson Street.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is carried. Mr. Zimmerman's in the back there. We were gonna do a late com on the DRI. Do we still have time to do that in a special session next week? I know the date's coming up. Well, we've agreed, Luke's gonna review it, and we're gonna do that.
And there were, I'll just add to that, but there were a number of requested late communications today, so in order to avoid picking and choosing or whatever, we're just gonna do a special session by closing of time.
Anybody wishing to speak on any city business tonight, please step forward, state your name and address for the record.
Kristen Derby, 98 Niagara Street. I'm here for Historic Preservation Commission. We were one of those late communications due to a bit of a loosely defined process. We didn't quite make it from the workshop to this meeting. But I did want to clarify while the council is present that it is not renaming the site, it's a landmarking vote. So if you go back to the minutes of May 2014, it goes over that. So I just wanted to clarify while you're all here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak on any city business for the good of the city, please come up forward to the podium, state your name and address. Anybody else?
You guys don't wanna talk?
Well, you guys are late,
And you're
so
late, so
maybe,
we have to-
you know, talk. That's how we're gonna sign your forms.
Yeah,
You come
and
up
it's a
and
short
introduce
meeting.
yourselves.
I think we should just.
Yeah.
We're about to be done,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 that were late, and I think it's,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, cause they only
Want me
got.
to- I can introduce them all.
Yeah, but,
State your name and address.
yeah, what's your name and address, and who's your teacher?
My actual address?
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
your
actual
Do you have another
address.
address? Is there a fake one?
Do you have a P.O. box?
Yeah, is there some
One of
other
your many
address?
homes.
Hi, my name is Nolan. I live in 275 Wurlitzer Drive.
What's your last name, though?
Horn, H-O-R-N. This is Thomas Schiavone. I don't know his address.
Oh, no, he
Oh,
can come
yeah,
up
it's
and.
Roger. Tom's gonna say it himself. Tom, please come up and introduce yourself.
You see my address?
Yeah, come up. Oh, yeah. You made us very uncomfortable when you came in late. so.
If you go to school in North Tonawanda, we can find out your address
Yeah.
anyways.
I don't want to announce it.
All right.
You're
All
good,
right.
Tom. Thank you for coming.
Anybody else wishing to speak on any city business for the good of the city, please step forward and state your name and address. Seeing that there's none, we'll move on with some closing comments. Starting with Alderman Austin Tyler.
Geez, that's all. Today is voting day for the school board, so I'll keep it brief because it's really nice out, and I think we all want to enjoy the sun and get out and vote. Who didn't? So, please do that. The polls are open until 9 p.m. So thank you for coming.
Thank you. Alderman Bob Picaro.
Thank you, and I won't keep this brief. I'll take the time that Austin
Take
didn't
it.
use.
5 minutes?
The bottom line is, we're coming up on Memorial Day, and it's a very significant holiday for us overall. And what I've typically done in past years is read Flanders Field. Obviously, that was a World War I poem written about the people who lost their tragic lives. But today, I want to highlight a real serious problem that we have in the U.S. military and veterans that were serving overseas, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. And this most telling song, poem that I've ever had appropriately done on this was done by a Canadian singer-songwriter called J.P. Comier. And his title of this song is called Hometown Battlefield. And I want to read the verses to the song to you today because I think it's really appropriate that we communicate the challenges of returning home after deployment and a war. And I've been involved in many veterans organizations, and I've seen the human suffering firsthand. So it goes, he got home from the service as the spring began its turn, 12 long months away. He folded up his uniform with the medals tucked inside. He started living for today. But the present could not find him, nor could his wife and kids. He was there, but he was gone. Soon his only comfort was a bottle in his gun, something right that went so wrong. He sits outside the courthouse with his pants legs tucked away. No one knows his name. One wrong step there in the sand put him where he is today. One more, just the same. All his memories live there in the space below his knees, back when he was whole. But that IED didn't just relieve him of his legs, it blew apart his soul. And if you're wearing loafers, you ain't walked the burning sands, and you ain't never had to shoot another living man. It don't matter if we won, it don't matter if we lost, they were following their orders, no matter the cost. So remember what they've given when I see my flag unfurled, free against the sky. And the way we seem to lose them when they get back to the world, can someone tell me why? And the silence keeps on coming as the movie plays again. You could smell that yellow dust and death hanging on the wind. And we thought the war was over, but the headlines do reveal that another soldier died today on the hometown battlefield. So just take a moment and reflect on Memorial Day, when you're with your family and friends and you're enjoying yourselves, about the really human sacrifices of those who not only gave their life in defense of our country, but also those who are suffering and through post-traumatic stress disorder and are really suffering every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Alderman Mark Ruby.
Yes, I just want to give a little kind of shout out to the DPW crew. As you know, with the rain and stuff we've had over the last month or so, it's been very tough on them. And I have to give them credit for starting early this season, excuse me, on repaving and stuff, but they've been doing a fantastic job in the first ward over the last 3 or 4 weeks. They've been able to complete 7 or 8 different roads like Washington, Phillips, Summit, Willow, Felton, Riverview, Monroe, South. They've got 3 or 4 more streets milled down and are ready to be paved. Normally, in the past, they haven't started till June, so I gotta give Mark Zellner credit for getting out there early and moving things along very good. So just wanted to give them a big thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Mark. Alderwoman Donna Braun.
Thank you. I'll keep it brief also, because I know I have to go vote. And it's gonna be a while to sign all your papers tonight. There's a lot of students out there. I just wanted to give a shout out to Suzanne Tadaro from the Downtown Merchants and coming up with unique ideas. So I look forward to the trunk sale, which is gonna be very unique and different, and we'll see how that goes. We have so much going on in the city, and the downtown is one of the biggest main hubs of activities, so I thank you for that. Other than that, we'll get out early for a change, and enjoy the weather. Thanks.
Mayor Arthur Pappas.
Well, it's, some of the things have already been said, and I don't want to belabor it, but our departments, I can't say enough about them. Every department in this city this year, and I've said this over and over because they deserve it over and over, and that's a lot of credit and praise. And that goes for our DPW who are out in all kinds of weather, the Parks Department. They've been fighting between raindrops and fields that are swampy, and there's a lot they're trying to do. The public, fortunately, has been pretty patient, but they're really out there. Our police, fire, all the departments, even here at City Hall, very, very happy with the department heads and the workers. They've been tremendous. The vote has already been mentioned. Memorial Day has already been mentioned. Please don't forget that between now and this weekend. Very important day. Our little leagues are finally starting to get some practices in. We had a nice parade and opening ceremony at the Wheatfield field this week. Turned out very, very nice. And these poor kids that have been waiting, they wait so patiently, and then by the time everyone finishes talking at the ceremony, they're almost too tired to play, but they can't wait to get out. So we're glad to see that happen. And one thing I'm going to say, it must be that prayers work, because this is a nice short meeting. And so maybe it's the prayers that are doing it. So thank you for being here, both pastors. We appreciate that. Thank you.
City Attorney Luke Brown. All right. City Clerk Matt Parrish.
Just going off what the mayor said, as far as the DPW goes, great job. Keep up the good work with that. Also, I want to give a shout out to the Parks Maintenance Department for getting the softball fields up and running in the past about a week here, because we've had some pretty bad weather, and I think they got all the games in so far, so that's good, and I know a lot of people are happy about that, so great job. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. And lastly, I wanted to say a few things. First off, thank you to both Pastor Justin Collins and his wife Jessica Collins. I appreciate you guys coming in. And I look forward to you guys coming in and saying our prayer at the start of our regular meetings. If you would be so kind, we'd appreciate it. In taking time out of your night to come say a few nice words and a blessing. Another thing too is looking at what we've got ahead of us this summer with paving season, with sidewalks, with the roads. If there's something you want to reach out to us and something that you're not sure that is on a list or not on the list, or as we're getting this down to a nice finite schedule, I can definitely echo what Mark said. Being the alderman for the last 8 years, I don't think I've seen him start paving this early in a long time. Usually it's June. Usually there's a lot of collecting information, measuring, getting amounts and prices so they can get exact amounts of what they can get done. I got to give them a lot of credit. We're also going to be getting to sidewalks. You'll be seeing them doing that. All of us are pushing for those services that we know you need, and that we want to keep our city and our downtown safe. So we'll be moving that ahead. But I just got to give them a lot of credit. This is the earliest I've seen them out paving. They're going to be out there, and especially when the weather's nice. Let's try to get this done now while the roads are being used more often, sidewalks are being used more often. And with me, that resonates. I want to make sure that if there's residents that have questions, please approach myself or any of your aldermen or aldermen up here. Yeah.
Send it to the website.
Also, you can submit it to the website. I was also gonna say that. You can look for possible updates on the website as far as where we are in the city when it comes to paving schedule or proposed paving, plans or steps that we're at. I think we can do that with Matt, coordinate that with Matt. But if you are not sure how to contact us, you can always submit, a question form online on our website, and Matt will get
Yeah,
that.
it always gets forwarded to the appropriate department,
Yeah.
so.
So take advantage of that technology, that service, because we want to make sure we prioritize things, not only on how the conditions of the sidewalks and roads are, but there are so many out there, and there are limited funds, and we want to make sure we get the right ones done in a fashion and put the right attention to what is needed. So please do not, anybody can do that. The students could do that. You're riding your bike. Anybody that wants to give us that feedback, we will look into it and find out an answer for you, as we will with any city business. So feel free to reach out to us. We're approachable, and like I said, if you wanted to just submit it online, we will give you an answer there too. With that, I just want to ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting is adjourned.
Students can come up.
You're just as busy as I am. Thank you very much. I'm trying to make sure. You know, I can't be there every day. That's okay. That's quite all right. The communication out there, yeah, it's all works. All right. I know that, right? Thanks. Bye. Thank you very much. I